welcome to another free-to-play versus pay-to-play video. Today we're looking at the event called A Taste of Summoning, which is a special slash surprise event for the last half of August 2023. And by the way, this video also takes the place of my calendar preview for the second half of August, because I'm seeing that in the calendar there's not much interesting things going on. There's the Hidden Knowledge, Arena Champion, and Dormant Power event, which are all spending resources rather than gaining them, which means that we can devote most of our energy to completing the tasks in the Taste of Summoning event. There is the collector event at the end, so there is some balancing aspect there, but I don't think that the end of this month is that interesting from a resource perspective unless we're specifically talking about this particular event, and hence this video. So you will have seen already that this event has two parts to it. First of all, an energy part where you are asked to go into campaign and do a lot of battles in campaign. I guess it's worth mentioning that the best payout in terms of XP is going to be to do all of those battles in Hell. Since you need to do 1000 anyway, then if you're aiming to finish the 1000 Hell battles task, that's going to mean that you automatically accomplish all of the other battles. Another option could be you only do the 500 Hell battles, for example, and do the remaining 100 in Nightmare. But in general, what you will see is most people will attempt to complete all of those battles in Hell mode. And of course, the second part of this event is a summoning aspect. So we see some points for using gold scrolls, platinum scrolls, chromatic scrolls, and astral scrolls. Interesting to see that they haven't included diamond scrolls in there, which is a little bit ironic because we are trying to get diamond scroll shards in this event, but we are allowed to use shards as well, which I'm really pleased about. Compared to the previous iteration of this event, they've reduced the points for using each type of scroll pretty dramatically by around 30%, and that's obviously a huge impact on how many resources you need to use in order to complete the event. If we look at the event, the word complete is also interesting to think about, because you can see that the prize of the 20 diamond shards is at 7,000, whereas to get the full additional rewards, including the relic, which is the final reward, you actually need 10,000 points. And in this video, what I want to show you is have the discussion, is it actually feasible for someone to earn all of those scrolls to get those points? So on the right hand side, I've already made a start. This right hand side is the pay to play part. I've assumed that this person is able to finish all of the campaign event, or the campaign part of the event, and has got all of the points from that. I've also put in some random-ish numbers for the number of scrolls. This is not, I would say, an unreasonable number of scrolls for a player who has a stash of scrolls. So what I've got here, 124 gold scrolls, 2 platinum scrolls, 30 chromatic scrolls, and 1 astral scroll. Those numbers are somewhat based on the price of a platinum scroll being around 40 times as much as a gold scroll, and a chromatic scroll being roughly twice the price of a regular gold scroll again. So I've played around with it a little bit, but you could imagine kind of numbers within this ballpark. So I haven't put, say, for example, one person opening 5 platinum scrolls, although obviously that is a possibility as well. For the free-to-play part, I've also assumed that this person is able to finish all of the campaign-related aspects, but I've left the scroll part empty for now because what I actually want to do is use myself as an example. I'm not a free-to-play, but for the purposes of this event, I am, because I don't participate in buying scroll offers. I don't participate in buying the battle pass anymore. And so far, I haven't got the guild offers for this event yet. And I just want to see with the small amount of scrolls that I have after the last, I don't know, 5 or so summoning events, and some of the scrolls that I'm able to earn in the upcoming period, how many will I have, and will it be enough to complete this event? So if I go into my altar, what I can see is I have 97 gold scrolls, 2 platinum scrolls, 0 astral scrolls at the moment, a bunch of chromatic scrolls. And by the way, I really don't subscribe to kind of just opening scrolls for the sake of scrolls. I think that's really dumb. I think that you should be smart with using your resources, and it makes sense to open a scroll for a hero that you like, especially if you've already got a lot of other heroes or you have an idea of who you would like to have. So I see in my shards another 2 gold scrolls, potentially a third one if I get 9 gold shards. I see 1 platinum scroll here. The diamond scroll doesn't count. There's some astral scroll shards, but I'm not going to be able to earn them, as I'll show you in a second. I have some chromatic scroll shards as well, but nowhere near 100. So we can make a start just putting some of these numbers in. So my gold scrolls will be 97 plus 2, so that's 99. My platinum scrolls, I have 2 here and 1 here, so that's going to be 3. Chromatic scrolls, I have many, although I probably won't want to use them all. So let's say, for now, let's say I use 10 of them, but I know that there's more. So I could potentially go up to, so 21 plus 5, 26 plus 10, 36 plus 12, 48 plus 6, 54. Now, if we look at the events, this Taste of Summoning event, I can earn, if I count this one, that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's going to be a total of 8. No, sorry, that's 10. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. That's 10. So let's put 10 here as extra. Which Slayer is going on? There's no scrolls in here, or there was 1 in there. I've already collected it, so I'm not going to count it. Oh, I should probably not count this one either then. So this scroll I have already claimed, so you will have seen it in my inventory already. Unless, yeah, my inbox doesn't have it. So that's fine. Anything else? If we look at the other events, what is coming up? So we see the Hidden Knowledge, Arena Champion, Dormant Power, Zealous Collector. Of these, only Arena Champion and Zealous Collector give out scrolls. They'll give out 10 each. So that's plus 20. That's 29. If I do those will come rather late, let's say. If we look at the market, I actually have 1 gold scroll right now that I could buy. I think it's very expensive, 500,000 coin. But that's one, so that's 30. If I look at under guild, so I'm able to buy shards. Let's see how many shards I would need. I need 55 shards. So if I would buy 25 now, I would need to buy 2 times 25, so that's 50, and then I would need to buy another 1. And that would be, I think, around 2 weeks. I think these scrolls reset every 6 or 7 days or so. So I'm not sure if I can complete my shard this way. Let me know if you know the numbers. I always forget how long these things are available. I don't think that any of the other tabs are useful here. You see that I can buy another 10 shards in 3 days. So actually maybe I can get my astral scroll after all. So that's okay. Now let's look at some of the things I'll earn from just logging in and playing. So if I look at the time rewards for my monthly calendar, I'll be able to earn 3 probably in that time. So if I look at day 6 and day 12, right? So that'll take me up to 33. Unfortunately, I won't get the platinum scroll. And I'm not subscribed to the golden calendar. I think that I have better things to do with my money. We can look at the quests. So where am I with the quests? I can definitely get 2 gold scrolls by completing this in 3 days. So let's bring this up to 35. And I can probably complete it again another time before the end of the event. So this will bring us up to 37. As for the monthly, I need to have 26 days to earn my platinum scroll, so that is not going to happen. So let's add some of these numbers. So this would be 136. This would be 64, and this would be 1. So if I use all of the scrolls that I have and will earn in the next 2 weeks, I find I actually can complete this event. I'll have almost 2,000 points to spare. What is not so nice about using that approach is I will lose all of my scrolls. And I feel like, to be honest, I've already kind of used up a lot of them in the previous boosts. For me, having under 100 gold scrolls is low. I know other people might see it differently. Some people might go all the way down to 0. But for me, 100 is kind of my fake 0. And then I have 100 gold scrolls in reserve in case I need anything. I also mentioned before that I don't believe in popping scrolls for the sake of popping scrolls. I think it's stupid. So it is annoying to know that this is kind of where I'm at after so many summon events in the first half of this month alone. So let's see if I can reduce some of these numbers and see what I can get. So if I'm saying that, so let's just copy these numbers here, paste them there, and just reduce some. So I definitely don't want to be using 64 chromatic scrolls. I like to save these for my summons and kind of use them when I'm getting close to pulling a hero. So let's say I use only 10 of each color. For simplicity, I'll assume I have 10 in each color. That's not really true. Sorry. For simplicity, let's assume I'm using 1 in each color. I probably won't be chasing 5 legendaries in 2 weeks. So let's say I'm chasing 1 legendary. I'll use 10 scrolls in that hero's color, so that would be 10. And let's see what this does to the score. So just by kind of using chromatic scrolls in what I would view a sensible way than a wasteful way, I've gone down almost 4,000 points. So I would just be throwing away 54 chromatic scrolls, which are, by the way, twice the price of a normal gold scroll. So let's see what I would need to do to increase that. So let's say I'm using 15, so that does the trick. So if I do this, I'll be left with 0 gold scrolls, 0 platinum scrolls. I'll be left with around around 50 chromatic scrolls and 0 astral scrolls. Other things I could do, we're just playing with the numbers here. So if I don't use any platinum scrolls at all, I can still complete this event by burning through all of my gold, chromatic, and astral scrolls. And let's see how many gold scrolls I would need to do this. So if I would keep my margin of 100, that's not enough. If I would want to end up with at least 50, so I'll put 86 here. So this is kind of okay. I can end up with more than 50. If I would end up with 70, so that's around the limit. So I would kind of end up with 70 gold scrolls left. I'd be using up around 60 to 70 as well, which is not great. You can see today, by the way, that my mental maths is very bad. What else could we play with? So imagine I don't use an astral scroll. I think we've fiddled with the rest of the numbers. So I actually wouldn't need to use that astral scroll if I was using up the rest of my gold, platinum, and chromatic scrolls. And what about the final scenario? What if I didn't have any scrolls to begin with? So I could only use the scrolls that I earned. So this is going to be fun because I need to subtract now. I am going to manage to earn my astral scroll using the 10 shards. So let's take credit for that. Let's be positive. Chromatic scrolls, I'm not earning over the course of the next 2 weeks. And I'm not going to be making up to 100 shards on any of them probably. So I'm going to leave that as a 0. For my platinum scroll, I'm, on the edge of being able to earn 1, but I don't think I can really, so I don't think I can take credit for that. So I'll leave this as another big fat 0. Because 95 shards doesn't make 1 scroll. Sad but true. And if we look at my gold scroll, so I just need to subtract equals that minus 97 and 39. So I'm earning 39 in the course of 2 weeks, and this means that my total number of points with the campaign points and the scrolls I'll earn is 6,325. And if we look at the event, we will see that actually I'm not able to finish the normal part of the event. I'm barely able to get to the 4 gold scroll reward. So I won't get the last 2 rewards of the regular event. I can straight away forget about the additional rewards. The possible comfort is that this relic doesn't look very good. Obviously, we don't know that in future there might be a hero that this relic is really suited for, and that combination could become OP. We really don't know. Also, as long as no one has got this relic, we won't be able to see the max level either. So we'd still be making decisions with incomplete information. I think it's really disappointing for me that if I had used up all of my scrolls in the beginning of this month, because we have had so many summoning events in a row, I wouldn't even be able to finish the regular part of the event. I think that's very disappointing that if I was contributing to my guild event, if I was working for the Hero of Krona event, if I was trying to go for the new epics that they just released, or if I was following any of the boosts. And I did actually pull pretty hard for Goatee because she was the hero that would make a difference to the Rosalia Capre and Far meta. I think it's a shame that some of those people probably won't be able to finish the regular part of this event, let alone the additional rewards. So those are my thoughts on this event and this topic. Certainly a free-to-play who has done some hoarding can compete with a pay-to-play in this situation. It's about how much you've saved up and how much of a buffer you had for the previous events, and not everyone is the same kind of person. For every person who keeps a spare 100 scrolls in storage, there's going to be people who go right down to 0. So I'm not saying that just because it's possible for me, it's going to be possible for everyone else. So let me know your thoughts. I'd really be interested to hear what your situation is with this game. Sorry, not with this game. It's a bit too dark. Just with this event. That's okay. What is your situation with this event? How far are you planning to complete it? Do you think it's possible for you? Did you get any insight from this video at all? And please share it with your guildmates or your friends if this video has been helpful to you. Also helps me if you could leave a like or a comment below. I'll leave a link up here somewhere to some of the other videos in case you're looking to binge watch anything. Thank you so much for supporting me and my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.